All right, NFL Week 2 predictions podcast. I don't have like a format for this. I don't know the best way I'm gonna go about doing these. Um, Obviously, I won't be predicting the Thursday night football game because it already happened. Green Bay won 27-18. I would do a recap of the game, but I didn't watch it. I can just read the stats. Jaden Daniels 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love 292 yards, 60% completions, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs 84 yards, Tucker Kraft 124 receiving yards, and the Packers win by 9 in Green Bay. So I mean, yeah, that's that. These episodes are probably going to be shorter unless I can do a game recap of like a Thursday game or something. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna title these as podcasts or just as a separate. It's probably gonna be separate. So yeah, I guess let's get started. Seattle Seahawks at Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, there's two teams. It's gonna be pretty obvious. I'm probably picking them to win every single week. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks to win because of course I'm going to. I would never pick against the Seahawks unless it's like blasphemously obvious. If we're terrible this year, then I might pick against the Seahawks every week so I can, boost my record. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're good. I think we're going to beat Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh is 36 points good. I don't think that was real. So I think Seattle's defense much better than the Jets defense. I think it's going to slow that Rodgers experiment down, and I think Seattle will get a win on the board. I hope. I hope. Cleveland at Baltimore. Again, I'm going to pick Baltimore. I don't feel great about it because I remember 1 year ago after a heartbreaking, disappointing loss in week 1 against Kansas City, we followed it up in week 2 by blowing a big lead against the Raiders. So there's nothing. I don't feel great about this. I feel like we're good for one dumb loss to Cleveland every year. So hopefully it's not this one because I don't want to deal with 0-2 again. That was bullshit. Jacksonville Jaguars at Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-0 teams. I don't really know what to do here. This is, you know, my urges are telling me to pick the Jags. I mean, they beat up on shitty old Carolina, but Cincinnati could barely scrape one out against Cleveland, so uh I don't know. Fuck it, I'm going with the Jags here. I'm going with the Jags. I just realized I'm not taking notes. This is going to be way easier if I take the note as I go of who I'm picking so I can keep track. So Seattle, Ravens, Jags. Next game, New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys. Both 0-1. I want Russell to be good so bad. I I don't want this, man. I don't like this. I just hate seeing that fall off. It's been bad. I wanted the Giants to be good because I wanted Russ to be good. Because I thought if the Giants were solid, that means Russ is good. But Dallas is gonna win. I was impressed with I was impressed with their offense because I was impressed with their run game. I didn't think their run game was gonna be able to hold its own the way it did against Philly. And so if they keep that up, then their offense is going to be awesome. And it was probably going to be awesome anyways because, Dak's a really good quarterback and they have CD, and then you throw Pickens across from him, and, you know, the offense wasn't really the concern in Dallas. This whole time it's been the defense. And like I said, the run game too, which is the offense. I was concerned about that, but it looked good against Philly. So we'll see if they keep that up. I'm going with Dallas. Chicago Bears at Detroit Lions. This game, I don't know, man. Everybody's off the Detroit. Everybody's saying, oh, the same old Lions, they're back. They were Ben Johnson merchants on offense, and they needed Aaron Glenn and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, man. There's still a lot of talent on this football team. They still have, Gibbs and Jameson Williams and Laporta on offense, and Goff is Goff. I mean, I wasn't a huge buyer into Goff even at his best in Detroit, but I mean, he's a good quarterback. I don't think I can deny that anymore. He's a good quarterback. And man, Chicago blowing that game against the Vikings, that was a bad sign. Things did not look good. I'm going with Detroit. Because I do still think Detroit's a good football team. I do think they're going to make the playoffs. I think Green Bay is awesome, and Green Bay made Detroit look ordinary because Green Bay is not ordinary. New England at Miami. New England. Miami is awful. Miami already had a players-only meeting. A players-only meeting after week 1. That's bad. That's a terrible sign. That's a key. That tells exactly what's going on in Miami, that this team's a disaster and that they're fucked. That if they're doing players-only meetings after the first fucking game. San Francisco 49ers at New Orleans Saints. I'm taking the 49ers, even though I don't want to, because I think the Saints genuinely might go 0-17. So, yeah, that's obvious. Buffalo Bills at New York Jets. Take Buffalo. That's easy. Again, the Jets, like the Steelers, I don't think the Jets are that good. I don't think they're 33 points good. I don't think that offense is that level. I mean, I know they did it against the Pittsburgh defense that's usually pretty damn good. I don't buy it. That was a weird game. I feel like that was fluky for both teams, and I'm not concerned about it if I'm a Bills fan going into this game or going into any game against the Jets. LA Rams at Tennessee Titans. Take the Rams. The Titans still suck. The Rams didn't look great in their first game. They only scored 14 points, but it was enough to win. Stafford and McVay. If the Rams have Stafford and McVay, I'm probably going to pick them to win a lot of the games that they're in. They're one of those teams. They have, enough everywhere on defense. Verse is awesome. What's the guy's name? Fisk is awesome. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams is I'm trying to think right now off the top of my head, like one of the 2 or 3 best receiver duos in football, and it might be the best receiver duo. I might take it over Chase and Higgins if I'm being honest. Carolina at Arizona. I I don't buy either. I don't buy Arizona. I've talked multiple times about that, but they're still better than the Panthers. Denver at Indianapolis. Denver looked bad in week 1, and Indianapolis looked awesome. They both came out 1-0. But I'm not buying the Colts. I still think Denver is the better football team. I'll take Denver. Philly at KC. Philly's 1-0. KC's 0-1. That's man, I don't know. obviously this is a tough game to call. Super Bowl rematch. KC gonna start 0-2. Probably you would think not, but I mean Philly's just a great football team, man. They've got so much depth everywhere. They're smart. They do things, you know, I don't want to say they do things the right way, but they they do the things that work. It might not always be ethical, but they do what works. They've gone into Kansas City and beat them before. A couple years ago, they did that in the regular season. I'm going to take Philly. I'm going to take Philly. I've decided it. I'm going to take Philly. Sunday Night Football, Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota Vikings. Give me Atlanta. You guys know my thoughts on Atlanta, how I think Atlanta's a really good team. And JJ looked good on the Monday night game where they came back, but I still am not all the way bought in on that. And then we've got two games on Monday night. We've got Bucks at Texans. I will take the Buccaneers. And we've got Chargers at Raiders. And I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm in on the Raiders this year. I'm all the way in. I buy it. I buy Gino. I buy Pete. The Chargers looked awesome in Brazil. That's a fact. But I don't know. I just like the Raiders. The Chargers are probably still better than the Raiders, but I like the Raiders to win this game. It's their home game in this, in the division series. I trust them for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. And then for the Bucks Texans game, I just think the Bucks are better. The Texans I don't think are all that good. I mean, they're good, but they're not. I don't know. I see them as like a, if their division wasn't so bad, I'd see them the same way that I see, the Raiders. But because their division is so ass and they've got pretty much a pass to win the division every year, I just go with them because you kind of have to. But I'll take the Bucks in this game because I think the Bucks are significantly better. Cross conference matchups are always interesting, especially when it's two good cross conference teams. So I guess those are my picks. I have Seattle, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Dallas, Detroit, New England, the 49ers, Buffalo, the Rams, Arizona, Denver, Philly, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, and the Raiders. Those are my picks for this week. I will go over them in the next episode, and I'll talk about my record, see how I did, see if I'm, if I really know ball or not. But that's it. I'll keep the thing going across the season. We'll do this all year, and then we'll have a final tally at the end of the season. And hopefully I finish over 500. That's really my goal, is over 500, and then we'll see how much over 500 it can be by the end of it. Thanks for listening. Links are working again on my YouTube, so if you want to hit my Twitter, my Instagram, my Snap, those links are working again. Because for some fucking reason they like unverified whatever verification you have to go through. I got like unverified, probably because I didn't upload for like 2 months. But anyways, those are back working. I'm back uploading, and I will see you guys in the next one, and that's it.